The following video contains spoilers. We suggest watching the episodes alone in the dark. Happy unbirthday, Wolfpack! Your favorite cat's back to chat about another classic cat. Turns out Batman's Mad Hatter isn't the only Wonderland-themed supervillain, as Crypt TV unveils a new Fable through their looking glass. So, our webisode opens up with some chick falling down the stairs. But no time for that boring stuff as we formally meet our main character, Autumn, a pretty blonde girl who feels lost and confused as she's attending therapy with an ominous, if chipper, psychologist who helps her work through her pain. Yeah, as cliche as it is, I thought for sure they would go all in with the Wonderland vibe and name her Alice. But for some reason, despite looking like Alice and even having flashbacks which draw parallels, she's not. Guess it was too cheesy. Boo! The gal playing Autumn Little is okay, but the sketchy therapist totally steals the show with his smug, almost playful banter with his patient. Dr. Broach uses some type of hypnotherapy treatment to help Autumn overcome her abusive childhood, where we get frequent flashbacks to our lost girl's past trauma, and see her bitch mom going Red Queen on her. Through these fantasies and discussions, we gain an understanding of our characters. Autumn suffers pain from her crappy childhood, the abusive mom's slow descent into madness herself, and the doc's seemingly bizarre methods and vagueness. There's an almost Phantasm and Shutter Island-esque eeriness here, as the line between real and imaginary slowly blurs. This short is a total mind-screw psychological horror, which relies on our cast being different people than we see on the surface, creating some eerie mystery. It's a good flavor of trippy horror with solid fear. He uses the Phantasm fork to unlock her mind, where the doc and the audience see inside Autumn's fall. Her mother is a bitter old hag who abused her because she can't keep a man and knows she's going to die alone, so of course she takes it out on her kid, which still haunts Autumn to this very day.
I said go to your room.
Mommy!
Why don't you show us your true face? This is pretty nicely done personal drama, but I don't think it's a strong card as the writer thinks. The woman playing the abusive mom is terrible. Oh, hoi polloi, she is so flat in her delivery that it makes Burton's Alice look good. A lot of these scenes are ruined because the bitch mom cannot act well, making her attempts to be a bigger monster than our cryptid so lame.
You're not my daughter. There's some horrible thing that crawled out of me. You ruined my life.
I'm acting! I know this is a serial subject to do, but it can't be ignored. Her actress just fails at it. Her acting is the worst, and the fact that it's supposed to highlight a serious topic only hurts this entire tale.
Come here. Come closer. I want to show you how much I love you!
And if it's not too inconvenient, this time with talent.
Luckily, Autumn's backstory is still interesting. She's been dealing with this madness, but locked it away in her mind. However, the doc convinces her to try his method. We get this super trippy confrontation between Autumn and the bitch, where she imagines a Cheshire cat demon there in the shadows, goading her into offing her head, where she snaps and murders the mean queen thanks to Kitty's aid. If it isn't obvious, Dr. Broach is the Cheshire cat demon, and he appears in the minds of his patients to help them unleash their inner madness and encourage them to give into the evil.
Evil!
This is genuinely a pretty interesting creature for the Cryptverse, as he's not some giant scary beast or creepypasta kaiju, but a poisonous influencer with powers of persuasion. As hokey as the outfit is, I do kind of dig the concept of this cryptid. Sadly, Cheshire is not about the hot DC spy assassin tracking targets, but instead this discount Killgrave villain who likes to tinker with the minds of his patients, bend them to their dark desires, and allow him in so they can enjoy the madness together. The short tries to fake us out that Autumn might be the Cheshire killer, or he's just a figment in her scarred mind. But we start to learn Dr. Broach is influencing her in some way, and it's kept ambiguous if he's really there helping her in his own form, or if it's all just his Mad Hatter hypnotism in a symbolic form, where he literally guides them down his path and holds their hand to do his bidding. We also aren't sure if his Cheshire form is merely a costume or his true form, making this demonic slasher feline all the more unnerving. I especially like the blood-drenched teeth, as if he gets a good taste of his killings like his toys do. Though, admittedly, the tuning fork weapon is a tad weird. I get that it's supposed to imply he's the one influencing her to do this, but it just looks silly when he actually stabs somebody with it.
There's a pile of silverware next to you and you throw me the one thing that can never kill anything?
Of course, the Cheshire being this bad angel on your shoulder is a pretty nifty idea, as he is displayed as a demon who influences the worst in people, and gets a sixth sense of accomplishment as Dr. Broach genuinely believes he's helping people by doing this.
Your chains are at your feet. Freedom.
What are you talking about?
I'm so proud of you.
Proud?
As if having Killgrave in Crypt TV isn't grim enough, he also thinks he's truly making his patients feel better by releasing their inner dark side. Like our old pal the Milkman, some of the scariest kind of monsters are those who don't view their actions as vile, but actually a noble cause. Lord knows what he'll do for patients with chronic masturbation. So yeah, Cheshire influenced Autumn to toss out the trash, and reveals how we got here. But we soon get our twist ending. It wasn't a dream at all, but a flashback. Autumn wakes up in the office where Cheshire congratulates her on seeing the truth, learning that it was all real, and her doc has her arrested. Yep, Autumn's actually nuts, and Cheshire toyed with her. He apparently did help her kill Ma, but to hide his secret, Cheshire then betrays and turns in his mental patients to the funny farm so they can't be a liability for him.
Asshole, major asshole.
Won't lie, this twist is a total mind screw, making it a bit hard to comprehend everything that just occurred. I don't have a problem with hinting at an ambiguous ending, questioning whether or not Autumn's insane or if it really happened, but it becomes very difficult to understand Cheshire's mindset. We get a post-credit scene, yes, really, a Crypt TV post-credit scene, revealing that it was all true because the doc is not only Cheshire, but in fact a superpowered escaped loon from a mental hospital, who used his powers to escape and disguise himself as a therapist to spread his madness, ending on him destroying his own file and Kitten around some more.
Next.
It's all a dream. It's just a dream.
Oh, that's right. It's all a dream.
Or is it?
A potentially scary ending with Discount Kilgrave at large, but bogged down by some rushed pacing and a really abrupt conclusion, raising even more questions than answers. Regardless, that was the end of the Crypt Fable Cheshire. And it does know how to host one twisted tea party, but not without a few scratches on your mug. Won't lie, the vague mind screw twist ending is a bit too confusing to follow, and did cost this episode some points when you don't quite fully know what the main villain's deal is. While I do honestly love the Cheshire monster, and do see great potential in this catty cryptid, I'm not entirely sure what he gains from all this. Does he like to make people crazy for fun? Is he making himself look like a good doctor by selling out the victims he claims to help, or just trolling them? Is he making money off his divine powers? Is he human or a monster? Is he simply a madman doing all this for kicks? What?
The world may never know.
While I can give a break to the mind screw fun and dreamlike horror style, I'm not too sure why Cheshire does what he does. I believe his vague motives are a reference to the Disney Cheshire Cat, who was sort of a frenemy to Alice, as he did both help her in a time of need, but also loved getting her into trouble and messing with her. So that could be what the creators are aiming for their Catboy Kilgrave, and his love for influencing, for the sake of spreading madness. If his end goal is that he's just doing all this to make others mad like him, then I can actually get behind that idea, because there is some amusement there, and it could be a deep way to tie into the abuse storyline, by having this toxic loon making victims worse, but under this disturbed vision of helping them. Now that's scary cool. I guess my problem with him overall is, it's so short and rushed, that you don't get too much time to understand the Cheshire, or why he loves helping / duping people in his own demented way. I can safely say that I can see a film on this character, but it should lean more towards my imaginary friend, and less I'm Not Martin. Overall, a decent idea for a monster, but not a solid monster story. The worst things I can say about this is that the abusive mom's actress sucks, and the ending may weird you out.
What the hell just happened?
Autumn's a very unique, tragic character, yet it seems like the short can't decide if she's a rival or red herring for Cheshire, since she learns that she was a victim of his game way too late, and set her up as somebody who knows the truth, but nobody will trust. Not sure if she's going to be like an arch enemy for Chesh though, as they do highlight how similar she is to Alice, but her getting arrested seems to be her arc's end. If this does get a movie, my biggest request for it is to dive into the characters deeper than before, as they do hold potential, but get screwed over by a short runtime. Overall, I think this flick is decent, but not without missteps. It wants to be this Jessica Jones / Silent Hill-like mind game with a sinister villain and all that deep symbolism, yet does cut itself short and hold back on giving away too much, so you'd be back for more. A fun idea, yet merely requires some polishing. So, I grant this Fable a gold skull. It barely passes on account of the trippy atmosphere, ominous plot, and fun cryptid. Yet some weak acting and lame tricks do cost it points in their opening chapter, though I can have mercy and recommend it, since some of you might have fun with the scary character, despite an abrupt finale. Cheshire is an okay treat that doesn't have its whole body all there, but it can exit with a smile. I'm your host, Catastrophe, and it's time for this kitten to disappear. hologram? A hologram? I've been working for a hologram!
Yep, bet you feel pretty stupid right about now.
Pinky, you knew about this?
Cha, it was obvious. Frankly, I'm shocked it took you this long to notice. Just saying you're the smart cat doesn't make it true. Like Rachel Zegler's intellect.
Silence! Give me a good reason why I don't kill you and that blasted Gizmo cat.
Other than the fact that we can beat your ass.
You only got the drop on me those last 50 times.
Sure, sweetie. I know what you and Scaredy Cat are planning. You want to overthrow Catalyst's boring rules and have some fun with our white boy. I want in.
What? You know about that, but you actually want to help us?
Uh-huh. A little Scaredy told me. Hey, you got some spare batteries?
Bottom left drawer. But why?
Stupid DS doesn't have infinite energy. Sega does what Nintendo don't.
No, I mean, why ally yourself with me? I know you don't like me very much. We've never exactly been at the same party. Plus, you know what we plan to do to the internet cat. How I hate him and want him to suffer. It seems like something you'd not party with.
It's been years, and I still have no progress from him. We're total BFFs, but I still haven't unlocked his powers, nor grasped his true potential. Yet, I need to show the council what Catastrophe is worth and how capable he really is. That sexy feline means the world to me, but some tough love is required to aid him. Mark my mouth sounds, that kitten is more special than we know, and I will show you all. But he just needs a little push. In the right direction.
You mean our experiment. You think that cat's going to unlock some Super Saiyan mode like the wolf and hope my game is the fuse triggering that furball.
Pretty sneaky, sis. I know you plan to harm him, but I know you'll fail. Just like that poser Mechanicat.
Mechanicat was a fool. My plan is foolproof. Foolproof!
Agree on the loser part, but not everything else. So, what do you say, loser? Let the girl join the team? Have me test the cat's strength too, and use it for us.
I'm intrigued. I will need all the paws I can to topple Catalyst when this is over, and your research can finally prove valuable to me for once. But I'm still a tad unconvinced. I know you like that cat more than chocolate milk, so you could also be a burden upon us.
It's true, you can drink chocolate milk, but not friends. If you still can't make a pinky promise, let me press your luck. I can help you in your experiment, so long as you allow me to do mine, and give my pal a fair fight. Catalyst is fading away, so you do require my help in declawing him, and my homie can be back up once he's OP. If I'm right, then Cat stays with us, and you listen to me. But if Kitty does fail, then I'll dedicate all my precious time to you and your leadership, doing whatever you say.
Oh, so when I'm right, you'll finally see me as our worthy leader?
Can't argue with facts, but I believe mine are magic.
I'm impressed. Usually you don't come around so easily to my way.
That hologram isn't going to make real changes. So it's up to the real council members to salvage this team's reality.
Agreed. I'll take your deal. But don't expect me to play nice or hold back. When I win, you can have what's left of that stupid reviewer's corpse as a gift for your cooperation.
I can live with that. Sorry, Kitty Cat, but it's high time we throw you the ultimate